Happy spooky season. Romance writers, it looks like you're going to need to be taking a little bit of a break in October of 2024. There seems to be you need to be focusing on at least like one thing right now, it seems, and it or one or two things, one or two messages, and not everything going on at the same time. Now, before we do get started, I want to let you know I have a new offer up on my website called the 3030. The 3030 is where I'm actually going to be teaching writers who want to learn how to read tarot cards, write a five-dimensional first draft before the astrological new year in March of 2025. Those who sign up for the 3030 also get access to the Flow Your Mojo community on my website for an entire year until December 31st, 2025. If you go to the description box below, you will actually see a link that will take you directly to the 3030 and what it's all about. So the first card we have here is the Page of Swords. Pages are the production assistants of the tarot. Pages are learning how to communicate, learning how to receive messages, how to pass messages back and forth. Here we have the Wheel of Fortune. It is reversed, probably means to take a pause. Some wheels are probably not turning so much right now. We also have the Nine of Wands here. Instead of continuing to battle and still stand, why don't you take a little bit of a break? We have the Five of Pentacles. Fives are about conflict. With Pentacles, that is our health, our body, our money. So there probably might be a little bit of conflict in that area. We have the Seven of Cups. The Seven of Cups is about choices. With it being reversed, it feels like you probably aren't going to have a lot of choices. What I wrote down in my notes here is that you've probably got 6 or 7 responsibilities floating around in your schedule at all times. With this Five of Pentacles, and also with this Wheel of Fortune, you're probably going to want to take a little bit of a rest. You're probably going to not want to focus on 6 or 7 things. You're probably going to only want to focus on 1 or 2. Here we have the Queen of Cups, really getting in tune with your emotions right now. See who you're giving your emotions to, and see where you can help and accept emotions from other people. Here we have the Judgment card, which is really close to the end of a cycle. You're learning a new lesson right now, and I want you to take that new lesson so that you can learn it and go move on to the world so that you can move on into the Fool and go on into a new journey and new cycle and learn a new lesson. We also have the King of Cups. You're really going to want to get in control of your emotions. Because you also have the Queen of Cups, I'm really going to advise you just to make sure that you really pay attention to who you're giving your emotions to and who you're receiving emotions from. If you are getting a little bit too emotional, I would stop, take a pause, do a breathing exercise, and then move on with your day. We also have the Knight of Swords here. Knights are the doers of the deck, and Knights of Swords usually have a tendency to speak before they think about the consequences of what they say. So they usually sometimes have a tendency to put their foot in their mouths. So because you also have the Page of Swords that's not reversed, I'm going to advise you to not speak so fast. Take a minute to decide how you respond to people when they speak to you. The card at the bottom of the deck you have is the Ace of Pentacles. It is reversed, so it seems like you're not quite ready to move on to a new cycle yet. Again, we do have this Judgment card, so you are learning a lesson. Once you get to the world, you'll probably be able to flip this card over and go on into a new cycle. Numbers you're probably going to want to pay attention to are 1, 10, 9, 5, 7, 3, 20, 4, 2, and 1. Now, if you add all those numbers up, you get 62. 6 plus 2 equals 8, and 8 in the Major Arcana is the Strength card. The Strength card is usually a picture of a woman making friends with a lion, and I usually like to think of it as our inner demons or our shadow self. So you really want to kind of get to know your shadow self a little bit more this month. You probably want to pay a little bit more attention to it and see what it's trying to talk to you and tell you about, and also get a little bit more comfortable with your kinks, or get a little bit more comfortable with those things that you are actually not comfortable with about yourself. Elementally wise, we have earth, air, fire, and water. Mo, you're pretty evened out, so I don't think you have much of an issue there. You got 2 Major Arcana cards. You got the Judgment and the Wheel, both of which are fire cards. So maybe pay attention to Jupiter or Pluto, but I'm going to kind of advise you not to do that because they're both fire cards. It just seems there seems to be a lot of fire going on at the moment. So I really want you to pay attention to more Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. Those are the water signs, and they're the opposite of fire. Plus, you have these Queen and King of Cups, and I really think that they are trying to tell you something right now. Colors that you're probably going to want to pay attention to are yellow and white. I do pull 3 extra cards for you. We have green beans, so whatever that means to you. We have follow that car, but it's in reverse. Now, if you remember when I told you at the very beginning, it seems like you might be wanting to take a pause. So don't follow the car. I think you need to take a little bit of a break. Let the car go away. Let the car leave. Let the car pass. You need to stay behind and take care of whatever this Five of Pentacles is talking to you about. You don't need to overwhelm yourself with multiple choices at this point in time. I think you just need to take a little bit of a breather. Lastly, we have your protagonist switch places with the other person they envy the most. Just for another reminder, I have a new offer on my website called the 30/30. It is where I'm going to be teaching writers how to use tarot cards in 30 days to write a 5-dimensional story before the new astrological new year in March of 2025. There are 20% off coupons down below, and there are only 10 spots for the pay in full, and there's 10 spots for the payment plans. You can get in now. And if you get in now, you will have a 4 months before we actually do the actual program, and you will have access to the Flow Your Mojo community until December 31st of 2025. With that, please like, subscribe, follow, and share, and I will talk to you in the next one.